Hello, everybody, and welcome to Music Industry Insights Worldwide. Today we have the awesome Jackson Mayo with us. Hi, how are you?
Great, great.
Do you want to tell the listeners more about yourself, where you're from, and what you do?
I'm from Chicago. I'm an artist out of Chicago, Illinois. I'm a singer, songwriter, rapper. Uh, Music is my life. Music been my life for a long time.
Yeah, you've got to have a passion for it, I guess, right? Music industry.
Yes,
Fun.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So tell us, how long have you been doing what you do, and how did you get into the music industry?
Um, I know everybody familiar with T.I.
Yeah.
T.I. was like the first artist that caught my attention, like on TV.
Yeah.
And I questioned it. I'm like, people really get paid to just make words rhyme? I'm like, that's crazy. But I got an older cousin. My cousin Robert, he rapped.
Okay, so it's in your
And
family.
I seen him do it in front of me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like he did it in front of me. I'm like, he do the same thing dude do on TV.
So that inspired you to do your thing, I guess.
Man, and I'm like, crazy. From there, I wanted to do it. I tried it. He had heard I was trying it. He took me under his wing, taught me a lot.
Yeah.
And now look,
Well,
I'm
tell
here.
us a bit more about your projects, what you've been up to, what's coming up, and tell us more.
Oh, ooh. I've been dropping singles right now, just trying to get my buzz and get my notary back up,
Yeah.
for people to know, like, hey, oh, Mayo, wait, hold on, Mayo? Yeah,
Yeah.
Mayo, yeah, Mayo back out. So I got a couple singles that I just dropped. I end up dropping a single video out on YouTube also, Mayo Reasons. Go ahead and look it up. I dropped this video.
Yeah.
And it hit different. Like it hit different with a whole lot of people. It hit different with myself because it was a song. And every artist got one. It was a song that I really didn't even like. I was just in the studio and I felt like I didn't want to waste no time, so just let me do a song.
Yeah, get them out.
It was one of them songs, but the feedback that I got from it made me look at it different.
Brilliant.
So I start hearing it different.
Yeah.
So when I start hearing it different, I decided I'm about to drop an EP called Reasons.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
okay. That's very interesting. So tell us a bit more about Chicago, the music scene down there. What's it like? Is it busy? Is stuff happening down there? What's going on?
Chicago, hectic right now. Chicago ain't really a city that you could really try to come up in or out of right now unless you really from there for real,
Okay.
But
you're repping the Bulls, as we can
see.
see.
Yeah. I'm a real Chicago native. I'm a real Chicago native. Chicago to the death of me. I ain't gonna do too much, but yeah, Chicago. I love Chicago. Chicago got its ups and downs, but it's still a beautiful city. Chicago ain't a bad city at all. They always say it's never the place, it's the people in it.
That's totally true. And what's it like for performing live? Do you get a lot of like venues you can perform at? What's that like? Or you do more recorded stuff?
I do more recorded stuff as of right now.
Yeah.
I got a couple shows coming up. On the 26th, I'll be at the Social WC Club in Chicago with Lebowski and Dave East. April 22nd, I'll be in Houston with Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Oh, congratulations! Well done.
Thank you. So I'm working. I'm working.
Good on you. So what kind of challenges and barriers have you faced? Like with making your music, getting it out there, and just being authentic and original.
Things change every day.
Yes.
Sounds, expectations, looks.
Yeah.
And it'd be hard trying to keep up with everything that's popping when it's more than one thing,
Right.
I feel like the females that definitely changed the rap game a lot.
They have.
Yes. The females have changed the rap game a lot.
Is to do that. If you think about it, I think they're getting more recognized for the work that they've been doing for a long, long time. But definitely more female rappers are coming up for sure. Yeah.
And big. Like you see they faces more than the men.
Right, okay. So that you're noticing that change now over in America.
Yes. And it's like I feel like every song I got, I need to have a female
It's a good idea.
artist.
It's a good idea.
But I like to finish with the people that I start with, you know. So I would like to be able to find a female artist I can really grow with.
Yeah, I think that's good too. Like find your own little tribe and build that foundation between yourselves. That sounds a good idea.
Can't do nothing without a team.
Exactly. So tell me a little bit more, like, you know, you're doing recorded music. How do you make your money? Because there's not much money in recorded music at the moment. So how do you fund that?
Well, having social media then changed the game for so many people.
Yes.
Social media then changed the game for so many people. So knowing that I could wake up and make a post and get 100 likes, I think that's like 20 cents on Facebook.
Yeah, it's not even that.
Yeah, it's like I don't. But if almost every post that I'm doing, or video, or reel, or story that I'm doing, like I can, in all of my bonuses, I'm making well over, I want to say like $750 every time.
Brilliant. So you kind of investing that back into your music, or how does that work? Do you just invest it back into yourself and just keep going?
Got to put it right back into the music, back into what I'm doing. I had a couple ups and downs from the music, from actually trying, because I was in a label deal.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm not in the label deal, so I'm starting from scratch.
Okay, so explain some of the issues that you face with a label deal, because that's generally dealing with rights and giving you an advance. So what happened?
Moving too fast. I didn't know that you needed entertainment lawyers.
Oh yeah, that's the first person you need to go see.
I didn't know that you needed entertainment lawyers. Yeah. I didn't know a lot about copyrights.
Okay.
I didn't know a lot about song percentages.
Mm-hmm. And splits.
I didn't know a lot about mechanical rights.
Yeah.
It was so much that I was new to, that they was throwing at me, and I'm like, and y'all want a percentage of all of this?
Well, this is why we do the podcast, you see, to educate people that are up and coming, that are kind of building their careers, and educating them on other people's kind of issues and barriers and how they can prevent themselves from getting into the same situation.
Yeah, read, educate yourself. And
I think, you know, failure is part of it too, right? You can't have success without failure. You learn from your failures, which is really, really important.
Yes. I done failed so many times. I done failed more than I can count, but I never drowned. So
that's a good thing. Bless the Lord for that, and say thank you, Lord. Because, you know, you've got to keep going, but you've got to have that determination. You've got to have passion. You've got to have drive. You know,
Amen.
Key. So amen. See, like, how often are you bringing out your music? You know, what's coming up next with that? You're doing your EP. So when's that dropping?
My EP, I ain't got an official release date for it yet.
Okay.
Because I don't really know, due to the attention span of people now.
Yeah, short-term content.
I don't know if I want to do an EP with 10 songs, you know, but I'm one of those artists, you know, like I like to express myself more. I like to really give y'all something to listen to, you know, but their attention spans is so short, you know, you don't want them to drift away so fast.
And kind of build them along with you on your journey, right? So you're kind of sharing that journey with your fans.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's really, really good. So what about the cultural differences that you have over in the States? And obviously being a black male that's rapping, what things do you find quite irritating or annoying, or you think could be better?
Judgment. First
So,
off.
Right.
Judgment. I can have on basketball shorts. I can have my hat probably to the back, you know, like this, walking into a store, and I could be walking out of Walmart and see 5 people walk past me. None of them get their receipts checked. But as soon as I'm walking past, You
Right.
want to see my receipt?
Mm-hmm. So
And
it's
it's
a lot of discrimination over there then.
yeah,
Because we
yeah,
look to the States, I think a lot of places look to the States and say, do you know what? We look towards you to show us the way. Like even here in the UK, I think, we've always had admiration for the United States and always look up to you guys. So it's really sad to hear that you're still having to go through that judgment and bias just to get by. So do you think that hampers your career as well and how people see you and perceive you through your music? Or do you think that
oh
can...
yeah, because people would see me and not even give my music a chance just off the fact of how I look,
Okay.
and they could potentially miss out on a artist that's trying to change the cultural aspect of that.
Yeah.
Instead of them looking at me like, oh, it must be another gangster rapper,
Mm-hmm.
or he must be another wannabe thug, cars and women with the big butts, and instead of judging me, give me a chance.
Yeah. Based on your talents rather than your looks is really what it should be, shouldn't it?
Yes.
Obviously being in the music industry, it's fast paced, it's forever changing. You've had a lot of ups and downs, like you said. Do you find that affects your mental health and your well-being at times and how you feel about
Yes. Yes. Because at a point in time, at a point in my life, I was used to one thing, and I got comfortable.
it? Yeah.
I got comfortable to having something that I couldn't make last.
Mm-hmm.
So once I couldn't make it last, I lost a lot of people
I'm sorry
that
to
I
hear that.
thought,
But they're not real people anyway. So that was a blessing again.
yeah, it really was. It
Yeah.
really was. But me being me, I'm kind hearted. I got a lot of humility. I'm inspirational to be around. So I'm motivating to be around, and I ain't gonna say I get attached fast, but I really want people to learn from me in the time that they have with me, or the time that they around me,
Yeah.
or I want to be able to learn from you.
Yeah.
So, but when I find out, it's betrayal behind it. The whole time, it's a different hurt, because you really wanted to grow with these people. You really wanted to, like,
Mm.
I want to be on stage with y'all. I want to be able to get the big house with y'all. I want to be able to
Share it with you, to share
I
it with
want to be
people,
I
right?
want to be able to do that. But you was just here for the time being. Like, when everything else was gone, so was you.
So what kind of tools and techniques do you use to kind of deal with that and combat the way sometimes people treat you or the way you feel? Do you have any tools or techniques, or do you just go to the gym, or what do you do to deal with it?
It's crazy because music is my biggest thing.
Yeah.
Music is my biggest thing. But yeah, I do go to the gym. I got a fireplace in my backyard. I go out there, put some wood down, play some music, uh, relax, and just look and let it go. Being drastic or trying to be toxic, or I seen a post one time on Facebook, and it said you can't clean dirt with dirt,
That's so true.
and I felt that so much.
Yeah.
So I learn more now to just fall back and think,
Yeah. Yeah. That's a really good
be
technique.
more of a thinker than a doer.
Process. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. And obviously in Chicago right now, what would you like to see improve, or what would you like to see, get better, so you could help with your career and how it could help, new artists up and come in to make a career in music?
Chicago need more recreational programs and
Yeah.
systems
Same in
for for the young kids, because it's the even though social media is a way to make it now, social media is also very influential.
yeah,
So you got kids that's catching on to the wild stuff before they catching on to the good stuff, and
totally hear that.
it's something that they want to follow right off back because they think it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if it was more motivational and recreational things around people
Yeah,
to do, and to drive kids more into wanting to be something other than somebody to say I got a gun, or
saying this is
did this much time.
yeah, it's part of the problem.
Yeah, is
I think, you know, we've cut, when I was at school, we have music as part of our curriculum here, and we've cut a lot of our recreational spaces. But I will say, like, do you have a lot of music education over in the States? Do schools support people in music? Because when I always said I wanted to do music, I've done music since I was 8, but they always said music didn't pay the bills. Music doesn't pay the bills. People don't take it seriously. Do you think that's the same over in the States?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. You got a lot of people that never do what they say, and they never say what they do because that's not happening. So you got a lot of procrastination around here. You know,
That's sad.
it could be like me and you having a conversation. And I'm sitting here telling you, like, man, you know, I'm gonna go and write 3 songs. You know, when I get off here, or I'm gonna go and get a new microphone, and the next thing I know, I'm playing a game or
Distracted.
something else. I'm distracted by something else, and I done totally forgot everything that I was saying. Or I remind myself, but I put myself in a lazy state to just be like, I could do it later.
I think that's
But
a good point, actually. I think that's a really good point.
I got a saying that I always tell myself, and this I say, if it's important enough to do tomorrow, it's important enough to do today.
Mm-hmm. So self-discipline there is really, really
Yeah.
important. So
Yeah.
have you trained your self-discipline? Like me, sometimes I'm stuck on this computer constantly, day in, day out, all day, all night. And sometimes it gets draining, but it can also get lonely. So tell me, how do you deal with your own personal, you know, having that self-discipline? Because sometimes it can go too far the other way as well, where you don't stop.
Yeah. I read books.
Okay.
I read. I educate myself. I try to teach myself more ways of being a solid. I can't even think of the word, but I'm more of a. I need my mental to be in one state. I don't need it bouncing around here and there. This thought coming up, this thought coming up. I don't want to be worrying myself.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, I need to be able to just sit back, take a real good deep breath,
Mm-hmm. And relax.
and think.
Okay.
And think. So I read books. I get on YouTube and type in motivational videos and just listen to.
I do that as well.
Yeah, and just listen to different people. I might get on there and try to listen to the word, and just listen to different sermons, speak on a word about how I'm feeling or what I'm doing.
Yeah.
In that time, I might hear a verse that piqued my interest, and I might pause it and get the Bible myself and just look the verse up just to see how it hit me differently from hearing it than reading it.
It's
So
like, isn't it? It's like a song as well. It's how you interpret something rather than what it always, because it might mean one thing to you and it might mean one thing to somebody else. It's how you've interpreted it in your own life experience.
yes.
100%. So Maya, how could people find out more about your music, find your singles, you know, find out more about you? How can they connect with you and find out more?
Well, it's your boy Mayo on everything, everywhere,
Yeah.
every platform. You
Wow.
could find me literally anywhere.
Yeah.
Favorite radio stations, favorite platforms: Spotify, YouTube, Shazam, Boomplay, Apple Music, Google, Amazon.
Please do send me the links and I'll put them in the description below so all the listeners can go and listen to those. And please do go and support the great music that you're making. So share some major wins and successes that you've had with us. I know you've mentioned some bad things, but also tell us some more of the good things that you've had happen in your career.
Oh, I didn't been in rooms with some of the biggest artists.
Yeah.
I'm talking about you wouldn't even expect. Like, actually, like, my name really ain't too bad, like, when it comes to the industry, because I got a couple writers credits under my belt. I got a couple big features under my belt.
Well done.
I got a couple good relationships that I know are never end.
That's really important.
Man, it's been good. I done had a little bit of time to share it, I guess, with some of my family.
Yeah.
I wanted to finish strong, but it just wasn't in God's plan. Yeah, it wasn't in God's plan. But this time around, ooh. Oh.
Yeah, well, I hope we hear some more about some of the great stuff you're doing, and please do keep in touch and let us know, you know, because I think it's really important. And how important would you say networking, building meaningful relationships, because you've touched on that quite a few times as well before we go. So how important has that been for you?
Strangers will make you rich. It is literally people around me, people that I've known for years that do not share a song, don't like a post. But the minute that I post something like my flyer with Kendrick and SZA and me performing,
it's massive.
Now they commenting, now they liking it. So they is keep going.
Yeah.
Is
bit though, isn't it? It's that dedication and perseverance. Just keep going. I know it's hard sometimes and it can be draining and it can be disheartening, but you learn from those lessons. And you know, you can't have successes without failures. So
yes.
So thank you ever so much for your time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Because it's been great. And you know, you've lifted me up and cheered me up. It's nearly 10:30 over here at night. So, you know, it's been a really long day. I've been on this computer for 12, 13 hours. And you've just put a smile on my face. And it's really nice to, you know, have your expertise and your energy on my show.
Yes, that's good. That's good. I'm glad I could do that for you.
Okay, God bless you. And make sure you keep making the great music. And we hope to keep in touch and let us know when your EP comes out.
We'll I got you. Maybe we could do a drop on your show.
That would be great. Why not? I'd love that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please do keep in touch and we'll speak soon.
All right.